What we saw a few minutes ago on the other side, which was what we call an outside 7 route or an outside corner route. This is now a slot corner route. You'll see him kind of push inside. Now they're going to break it and roll it. That's a little high angle there. Expect him to be a little bit more flat. You see a shot from C.J. Stroud last year, throwing this sail route right on the money. Saw how that translated.
That's new. That's new right there. That was new last year.
Yeah, just last year they just did it again, and you see how it translates. This is a throw that you're going to see everybody have in their playbook at the next level.
I saw it.
A lot of it has to do with the play action. Yep. You're going inside, driving down to the hash, which means that you're getting busy with linebackers.
All motion
some of the safeties, but then getting outside, leaving room, but also leaving room where you don't get hit by the cover corner, but also the play action should draw the secondary up a little bit so you could throw a little turkey hole throw.
And again, in this route as well, you want to see guys maintaining their speed, being able to get that inside stem straighten up and break out without losing too much speed, not too much choppiness at the top, or, you know, like Steve said earlier, guys counting their steps. You want to see a smooth transition between that inside stem and breaking out on this sail route.
But take me through just how they're running it, because this one's tough for me, because you see them going in at an angle.
And it's new.
And
That's
it's
why I kept
really
saying,
tough to flatten that back off, because normally you're going to push in and then up the field a little bit so you can turn that corner. This is tough as they're pushing in, what is it, about 10 yards at an angle, and then they got to come back out and turn that corner. You see some of these guys taking it too high because it's hard to turn the corner.
Well, that's why when you're coming in at the hash, that's where the play action comes, because there's a force split. You have to force, meaning in the run play, the responsibility for the condensed wide receiver is to go hit the linebacker, or that would be now re-identifying, because the safety comes out. You re-identify. Now he becomes the Will or Sam linebacker, depending on the strength of the defense. And then you go, once he now understands it's no longer a run play, that defender will now grab you. So as he tries to grab you, now you swim, and now it's a track race to the sideline, a track meet to the sideline, to be able to beat the throw from the defender, but the wide receiver must have a little bit of finesse.
This is from the slot. This is from the slot position.
But no, it's from so many guys.
It's from a condensed.
They're really trying to play this as if we're running a deep over, right? Everybody's got the deep over, and now we've got what I call a chase route. We're going to chase the deep over, then we're going to come back to the front side. So a little different than what you might call a sail or a slot corner, but that's why that drastic angle inside. But you know, tough to turn that corner.
All flow. That flow starts going one way. I'm telling you, Green Bay ran it so perfectly in that playoff game. Remember running one way,
you're remembering those. You got some nightmares that come every night of them running this route. Exactly.
I hear you. I've mentioned that a few times, but he was wide open running the same route. They had run it. They run across the field with this play 2 or 3 times, and you watch when these guys run it. Now he'll learn it. And he did a great job too. You got to look at this quarterback. You got to look in at the top of this route. You got to look at the quarterback and make them think, oh, then that's when the DB and everybody starts looking at the quarterback and then come out of this route. I mean, it was wide open.
And again, it's finding the sweet spot, again, because you want to be friendly, but you also don't want to be too high, because in some of these play action concepts, these are 3-level vertical concepts. So typically it'll be a go on the outside, clearing out that third defender or something of that nature. You know, so again, you don't want to be too deep where that cover 3 corner can fall off and make a play on this ball. So it is finding the sweet spot on some of these routes, and again, being able to maintain the speed, coming out friendly, you know, and making a play for the quarterback.
And they got great young talent that will be able to grow together for a while.
Kurt, tell us a little bit about the quarterback's mechanics here on the sail.
Yeah, on the sail route. We've talked about this. Kind of a funky route because it takes a little bit longer, but biggest thing is usually it's going to be a 7-step drop. You're going to allow your receiver to get in, kind of sell that, what we call an over route, and then get back to the corner. So want to lay this football out in front of them, allow them to run underneath it. So it's not so much a timing throw as we were seeing on some of these earlier ones. A little more timing, back in your drop and laying this football out and let your receivers run under it.
There's Brendan Rice making another grab. You want to talk about a guy who doesn't drop the football. This guy hadn't dropped the pass since 2021. Rosemy Jack Saint from Georgia, big physical guy, great hands.
That's the first criteria.
Yeah.
Of playing the position.
That's right.
Being
Catch
able
it.
to
Talk
catch
all we
the
want
ball.
about running routes, but
right. We can
if you
talk
can't
all
catch
we
everything.
want. Right.
Brian Thomas from LSU. Oh,
Thomas-
no, that's Jamari Thrash, rather.
Thomas was before. He
Yeah.
just runs effortlessly.
Yeah. It's another taller wide out. Away.
From the
Ute,
University of
Ute?
Utah. Yeah, I was going to let you do that.
Tez Walker, interesting story, right? Transferred to UNC this year, but was ineligible because of the one-time transfer rule until October 5th. So wasn't able to play the full season. Got 8 games in, started the last 6 of them. Malik Washington, guys. Steve, you've been able to watch anything? Malik had 110 catches this year for UVA, and had 4 years previous to that at Northwestern, where relatively limited in terms of his production, but just went off this year.
He did a great job.
Yeah.
He was at Northwestern. He was utilized in the slot.
Yeah.
Even now, he's utilized. He will be utilized in the slot. Talk to him a little bit. He wants to play outside. He believes he can play outside. But sometimes you do have to allow yourself to be pigeonholed just to get on the team.